John Bonham here, Cape Cod Wet Shaving. All right, got another first impression / review video for you. And today's review is going to be about a product from Elysian Soaps known as Styx. All right, this is a soap that's coming out October 13th. This one I'm really excited about. If you do not know this artisan or are not familiar with them, Elysian Soaps comes out with really, really nice products. I actually have her Olympus. That's the last one I just got. I also have her Sherry Tobacco. I have I forget the name of it, the one with fig in it, and vanilla sandalwood. And they're wonderful soaps. But keeping in with the tradition of the Greek mythology, she did Olympus, and now she's coming out with Styx, which I think is almost the polar opposite. So she did contact me, and she asked me if I'd be interested in reviewing this. I said abso-friggin-lutely, I would love to. Love your soaps, but I also love the subject matter. And seeing as how we're creeping into the month of Halloween, Styx was just perfect. So, you know me and my notes. Anyone who watches my stuff knows that I'm a vigorous note taker, so I do have some stuff I'll be referring to here so I don't get it wrong. So October 13th is the release at ElysianSoaps.com. Okay, it might also be available at the wet shaving store, excuse me, as yet undetermined. So definitely at ElysianSoaps.com, so go check that out. She also has really good stuff, as I aforementioned, and she did just come out with a line of post-shave balms, which are wonderful balms, and I'm a vigorous balm user. The more I can attach to my shave sets, the better. It's a band thing, but I'll say 3-piece, 4-piece. I prefer a 4-piece shave, which is the pre-shave, the soap, the splash, and the balm. If unavailable, I'll do the soap, the splash, and the balm if at all possible. So the full set upon release, and by the way, I will put a link to ElysianSoaps.com down in the description, okay? And the full set will include a 4-ounce shaving soap, all right? A 100 milliliter aftershave splash, and she was nice enough to include samples of that for me. The aftershave balm, which will be 50 milliliters, and an EDP or tea, 50 milliliters, your choice. And she also was nice enough to even include that. All right, so this is going to be really cool. The shaving soap will be $23. The aftershave splash will be $24. Soap and splash combo is $40. Great deal. The aftershave balm will be $15. The soap, splash, and balm, and this is what I get, is $50. That's a really good deal for all three of those. The EDP is $55. The EDT is $35. Soap, splash, EDT $65. Soap, splash, EDP $75. Full set with the EDT. So the 3, soap, splash, and balm with the EDT, $85. And the full set with the EDP is $90, which is your best bargain. No, that's a mouthful, sorry. So maybe I'll put that in the description too. So let me go into, this is taken from her own description. Hope she doesn't mind me kind of plagiarizing it. The fragrance notes. So the dreamlike voyage deep into the underworld starts with the taste of sweet apple and anise. I love apple. Waves of nocturnal jasmine, sambic, lavender, and tobacco beckon you further into the subterranean corridors where you are greeted by the enticing scent of smoky olibanum, Indonesian vetiver, patchouli, saffron, oakmoss, and musk. Oh, yummy, yummy. I did include ingredients. I'm not going to list that here. You can go on our website, I'm sure, and look that up. I could, you know what, I'll do one better. I'll do this, at least for the soap. There you go. It is a goat milk base, if I remember correctly. Oh, tallow base, excuse me. It is a tallow. It's not a vegan. Oh, smells good. There's the pour. She does great pours. And she recently upgraded to these new containers. I love these containers. They are beautiful. Believe it or not, this is metal. Doesn't look like it, but you can feel it. That's really good. So everything about Elysian Soaps is really top notch. She puts a lot into what she does, both with ingredients and presentation. So very excited about this shave. Okay, And what I'll be using for hardware, be using a Treat Falcon blade, be using my Gillette Slim black handle flare tip, my Every Night Forge Badger brush with the coin. And speaking of coins, the most important part, if you're using something called Styx, I got my silver coin. Not putting it under my tongue though, for those who know your mythology. And coolest of all, in my opinion, is my Trevor Foster skull bowl I'll be using to lather in. I saw that, I'm like, that's a shave bowl if I've ever seen one, man. Look at that. So, there's an old adage about drinking from the skulls of your enemies, but that is Nordic, that is not Greek. But let me go ahead and I will start lathering, and I'll show you the lather when I'm done. All right, be right back. Okie dokie, off we go. Already, I want to show you this wonderful lather. Whoopsie, straight here. That is yummy. Oh, that's a great scent too. This is an autumn scent and a half if I've ever smelled one. Very nice. And for shave prep, all I did, seeing as how this is a review, I only use the products here. I don't throw in anything extra. So I wash my face with an unscented Dove moisture bar. That's it. And let me go ahead, start lathering my face. Oh my gosh. I don't get a lot of patchouli. I got the oakmoss. It's going to go on a little thin. I'll thicken it up like always. I say that in every video. Oopsie. So their base is very nice. They have wonderful soaps. Cherry tobacco is the first one I ever got, and I liked it immensely. It's so good. It's basically cherry and tobacco, but it reminds me of, honestly, it reminds me of my grandfather, my late grandfather, who used to smoke a pipe. And that's an unmistakable smell. And so when I smelled that, I was like, oh man, nothing like some strong scent memory to make you love a scent even more, you know what I mean? And after that, a friend of mine sent me the fig one. I wish I knew the name of it. It's something with fig and it's really nice. And that one really solidified it for me. And then I saw she had vanilla sandalwood, and one of my favorite sterling scents is vanilla sandalwood. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to try that out. And like that one. So there we are. There we go. Thicken that up. Look at that. So again, I am not an expert on scents. I cannot put something to my nose and just pick it apart. I'm not good at that. I'm working on it. But there's some guys out there, you're like, holy Moses. They'll be like, you'll sniff something and be like, did you store this next to a container of coffee? You're like, holy crap, dude. But what I get out of this, apple, I don't get any lavender. I get tobacco. Get the anise. Those are top scents anyway, so it makes sense. Top scents makes sense. And I'm only going to do one pass for the purpose of saving time. But she, again, really has a nice base. I like her soap base a lot. I also, full disclosure, have an Elysian t-shirt that I purchased. She didn't send that to me. And I almost wore it and I was like, nah, might be overkill. Gonna wear it during random shave videos though. I did decide to wear this shirt, which kind of reminds me a little bit of Greek mythology. And speaking of which, Greek mythology is one of my absolute favorite things. And so when I first saw the name of her company way back when, I was like, oh, that's cool. So for those who do not know, Elysian, a lot of people call it Elysian Fields. It was actually kind of called that a little later, Elysian Fields or Elysian Plains. It was originally kind of known as just Elysian. Is basically, I guess the best way you could describe it, the Greek equivalent to heaven. It is separate from the underworld, and it is separate from Tartarus. It's very confusing. So Tartarus is the entity in which the underworld exists. The underworld, of course, is Hades. And Styx, as most people know, is the river with the ferryman Charon. Now, there is more than one river in the underworld. There's also Acheron, and I cannot remember the name of the third. But Styx is the most famous one. And that piece of silver was placed under the tongue of the recently deceased to pay the ferryman across. And if they were not able to pay the ferryman, they'd have to wander on the shores of the river Styx for, I think it was 100 years, to earn their way across. Maybe it was 1,000 years. But the Elysian Fields originally were reserved for the gods or the children of the gods to reside there and be separate from the mortals in Hades. And it kind of was expanded to those chosen by the gods later on. So the same still applied, but I guess they allowed more people in. And basically, you were allowed to indulge for eternity in whatever things in life you enjoyed. Drink, wine, drink and be merry. All that stuff. If you were a fan of Dionysus, you would have loved the Elysian Fields. So, all right, let me go ahead and do another pass, and I'll be right back, and I'll do post-shave, let you know what I think. All righty. So post on this is nice. I swear there's goat milk in there. I might be wrong. Castor oil, beef tallow, shea butter, glycerin. Nope. I'll be damned. Well, freaking ridiculously good, the base on this soap. If you're not familiar, and if the scent notes of this don't snag you, which I don't know why they wouldn't, definitely go try one of her other fragrances. It's great stuff. All right, more tobacco in the splash, I figured. Tobacco's fragrance seems to settle a lot better with liquids than the soap. I like that though. I like when they complement each other when there's a little bit more of a fragrance in the splash versus the soap. It just makes it a perfect team, you know what I mean? Man, that smells good. Oh my goodness. That's some good splash. I like that a lot. Tobacco, as I said. Saffron. Maybe the vetiver. I'm not sure. Like I said, not an expert. But that's really damn good. Wow, that's good. All right, time for the balm. And that'll be just about it for this here video. I appreciate it, Shannon. You reaching out and asking me to do this. I am aware there are others out there who are very professional and very good at these reviews. So I am always flattered when someone reaches out to me and asks me to do this. It means a lot to me, so thank you. And you, the viewer, I try to be as honest as I can, even to the point where I don't try to go out of my way to sound overtly professional and like I know what I'm doing if I do not. Because then I'll just look like an horse's patootie. Try not to cuss too much. This is a review video for somebody, so. All right. Wow. I wonder what's prominent in that balm. Apple, maybe the anise? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the smell of anise. Wow. That's really cool. Definitely saffron. Definitely patchouli. I definitely get the patchouli in that. So each one, it has more prominent notes. So it truly is a nice trifecta. I like that a lot. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to do the EDP? EDP? Yeah. Wow. She didn't give me the EDT, she gave me the EDP. Tiny, and my hands are slippery. There we go. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, that's autumn and a half. That splash. Or the, cologne. Oh yeah, man. This is an autumn trifecta and a half. Wow, that's good. All right. That's a good shave. All right, everybody. Styx. ElysianSoaps.com. Or, excuse me, ElysianSoapShop.com. I will put that in the description. And I'm just wondering if I mispronounced it at the beginning of the video. Hopefully not. Either way, go check out the description. Styx, October 13th. Go look for it. I definitely recommend this one. If you love autumn scents, it's a really good one. Otherwise, go look at our other products. They're really, really, really good. All right. So thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Until next time, everyone. Happy shaving. Happy autumn. And see you around.